Hi everyone from the beautiful Mediterranean. I was thinking of giving you my advice on seasickness. I've been sailing for about 30 years, if I count my early experiences with windsurfing and catamarans. So yeah, probably more than 30 years in all. And I never got really seasick, okay? And I think the most important thing is to have a good frame of reference, because why does seasickness come? It's an imbalance, a contradiction between two sets of sensory input in your brain. So you have the visual input, which locates you relative to your surroundings, and you have the vestibular input, that means the inner ear, which can sense movement, acceleration, and also contributes to locate you in your environment, and it's part of the system which makes you keep a certain position and a certain orientation. And it also helps with your movements, of course. So when your visual input tells you that you are stationary because you are relating your position to that of the boat, of the hull of the boat, and your vestibular system tells you that you are moving and you are accelerating and decelerating and you are doing all kinds of movements, this imbalance is sometimes bad for your brain, and so that's the origin of seasickness. So the first thing is to understand how things work, and then based on that, what can you do? Well, set your frame of reference outside. So don't relate yourself to your position in the boat. Rather, relate yourself to the sea, to the surface of the sea, or to some point far away, and in this way you can avoid getting seasick. The other thing is get busy. For instance, when you are doing windsurfing, I've never heard of anyone having seasickness while surfing, because you are too busy. You are the boat practically. You have to do whatever you can to not fall in the water, and that gives you a very acute purpose, and you are so busy that you don't have time to get seasick. Maybe I'm wrong, I don't know, but that's my experience. What I'm telling you now is not the scripture, it's just my experience with things. Hopefully that will help somebody. And the other thing is be, if possible, be rested and be well dressed, because seasickness comes also when you are weak, when you are cold, when it's too wet, you are not properly fed, you are not properly dressed, and also if you have a not so good state of mind, that also helps seasickness creep in. For instance, if you are afraid, or if you are unhappy with the current sailing conditions, or generally if you are scared and unhappy, then you will get seasick faster. I noticed that in people around me. And if you have a positive state of mind, you can overcome it. So that would be my advice. And always, have you noticed that people get seasick while they are inside the boat? Because there it's difficult to get an outside far away frame of reference for your movements. So if you stay inside in the cabin thinking that maybe you will be more protected and so on, that's where you get seasick, because you move, your body moves, but the walls around you don't move, and then this imbalance of sensory input is greater and you get seasick faster. I'm not going to talk about pharmacological means of fighting against seasickness. Of course, there are some pills, maybe they help more or less, like they used to give you on the planes way back. And sure, why not? If you want to use those to help you get past an episode or to prevent one, why not? But all I'm saying is, yeah, so now we have some waves from a passing ship. If you're conscious of your surroundings, of the sea state, and if you're busy, you probably won't get seasick. So my worst experience with seasickness was one time long ago, and I was not even sailing. In fact, I was with my wife in the United States on the west coast of California, and somewhere around Monterey, I think. I really forgot because it's like 15 years ago or something like that. And we were strolling down the pier and we decided to get a cruise, whaling, to just to see the whales and the dolphins. And all the way to the ship which we took, there were plenty of little shop and restaurants, and I remember they were serving clam chowder, and it was in bowls made of bread, and it smelled great and it was very inviting. But I told my wife, let's get this when we get back from the cruise, not before. And then we boarded the ship, and it was something like February, I guess, so it was not warm, it was rather cold, but it was a nice day. There wasn't any clouds or big seas that I can remember. So then we started the cruise and we went offshore for about an hour, I guess, in this motorboat. It was a rather big motorboat, but you know, it's the ocean, there are waves, and many people started to get sick. They were all inside because it was rather cold outside, and they had all eaten the famous clam chowder, and pretty soon some started vomiting, and of course that was like a chain reactions. Many people vomited that day, and yeah, you were sleeping on the clam chowder on the floor, and it was really gross. But we stayed outside, even though it was cold. We stayed outside, we looked at the waves, we went to the bow of the ship even, and there was fresh air there, and not many things on the floor. And we avoided any incident, me and my wife, and yeah, so if we manage to survive that, I guess I won't ever get seasick. Anyway, I've been taping this, I'm not sure if I'm going to make it public. So to sum it up, stay outside, look at the sea, look at the waves, get an outside frame of reference far away from the hull, get busy, get involved in the running of the ship, pay attention to what's happening around you. Don't stay inside and read a book, that's a surefire recipe to getting seasick. Be well rested if possible, be well dressed, and then be positive. Don't be afraid, have a positive attitude if you can, and that will surely help. And of course, with time and experience, you will get to manage these feelings easier. That's all for today. Thank you guys, and see you later.